All right, we're back.
Welcome back to the magical world of the bread ends.
That was almost a song. Whoa.
Oh no. Peeves.
This asshole.
I gotta say, we talked about how much we love this game. Did kind of like the previous version of Peeves, I think, more than this one.
I barely remember him, but I do love how he's clipping through his collar.
Yeah, it was a little more of an ambitious model than perhaps they were ready for.
Right. Let's cast together and teach
Like, I'm sure they modeled it and they're like, this looks great. And then they give it to the animators, and the animators are like, what the hell?
So, this is where the game forces me to slow down because I have to wait for Ron. And I guess by force me to slow down, I mean, it's over.
Did he throw it behind him?
He dropped it.
Yeah, but he was like already past them when he dropped it.
I...
Only work on the portraits with the floor numbers at the top, right? I think so. This should get us back to the side chamber. Starshine.
Good morning, Starshine.
Gosh, nobody is waiting for me to do anything. I gotta just go.
Do either of you know where we're supposed to go?
I think the class is down at the paddock.
Off the care of magical creatures, are you?
Oh, it's
So am
Neville.
I.
Yeah.
That's great, Neville. We'll go together.
You can tell because he has like one giant tooth in his mouth.
I was so used to students walking up during cutscenes that I just kind of expected that to be another one.
To the paddock.
Yeah.
God, the outside looks so good in this game. I do remember that. There was like trees and stuff. This was the pinnacle of graphics.
Oh, God.
The class is down at the paddock. This way.
Alright.
His teeth look like that, remember that show Recess?
Yes.
You know, Gretchen?
Yep.
He's got Gretchen teeth.
So there's a lot of collectibles here that, believe you me, I am struggling not to collect as I'm collecting them. But
Look how good those trees look.
I'm just going to wait until we have a little more free time, because if I do it now, everyone's going to be yelling at me to hurry up and go to Neville. So I'm just going to wait a little while.
God, look at this outside scape.
You can't beat me, Slytherin! I am the fastest.
Dude, Slytherin's already there.
Care of magical creatures class is just through that gate. No! And that must be a pixie infestation.
Okay.
The world's greatest
When you
detective.
finished
Yeah.
dealing with the pixies, Care of Magical Creatures class is this way.
It's just like assumed that they're gonna help everyone
Yeah.
out with this.
Just as soon as you guys are done making this school habitable again, just go to class.
Like, are there any adults in charge here at all?
I'm telling you, McGonagall is the only one that's trying her best.
She's the only one.
Pixies!
Get away from me!
Those are the same two students that ran away earlier.
Pixie infestation on our hands.
I don't know.
What can we do to help? Just
Also,
cast
it's a
spell
very
and stir up
small
the storm.
detail, but I kind of love how it's a prefect giving us instructions, because that totally feels right in the
You can
universe.
try
That is
again
cool.
As often as you want. You learn a collector's card each time you can beat the swarm. If you can
Okay.
drive off every last pixie in the well, you learn all 5 cards in the set. But that's no easy feat.
We'll see about that.
day and good riddance.
Dude, they're dead, Ron. They can't fly, they're dead.
I would spend a whole bunch of levels, a whole bunch of time grinding. And then I remember I had a Snorlax, and I was fighting, like... I was a Snorlax, and I was fighting a thing that somehow copied my Hyper Beam and used it against me to crit me, and it one-shot killed me.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, at that point, I was like, what's the point? Like, it didn't even know Hyper Beam. It copied mine to crit me with it.
In Sun and Moon right now, my team is like, I have the grass starter, and then they're all just evolutions. That's my whole team.
I'll be teaching you this term. I'd like to introduce you.
Hagrid's a good guy.
Yeah, he's tried his best.
He truly is.
Learning how to ride him. You first, Harry. Just walk up to Beaky
Okay.
and give him a bow.
Not...
Beaky. This is cute.
Me bowing to that filthy beast. Hello, Buckbeak. There's a good hip.
No one cares, Malfoy.
Malfoy, you're just a terrible person for no reason.
To beat the top.
Have a character. I don't know why people like you.
Just click the right mouse button to make Beaky fly.
Alright. I'm moving the mouse as far away from possible, because I know I have to do a lot of clicking in this. So,
I remember this.
okay,
Yeah.
wow, this is... Oh, crap. Alright, I don't have to get all of them, I think?
Nah, you're good. You don't have to get all of them for sure.
Wow, this is actually pretty difficult.
Yeah, I remember this one was tough.
Alright. Come on.
Man, on the subject of Malfoy, like, that's definitely why my interest kind of dropped off in this series to a degree. It's just every good guy is, like, brave, Nacious Lionheart, and is, like, the best person in the world. And then every bad guy is, like, Wormulous sewer face. And they're, like, irredeemable piles of garbage. Like,
I am, like, legitimately surprised they didn't give Malfoy more of, like, a character arc. Like, I would... It just feels so, like, obvious from a storytelling perspective. Like, you've had this, like, bad guy who was set up in the beginning, who, like, has basically been, like, outclassed by the real bad guy.
yeah.
And, like, you show, like, how insecure and everything he is. So, like, you'd think it's like, oh, he gets redeemed in the end. And that just doesn't happen. He just leaves.
That's how it is with, like, every evil character in Harry Potter, though. There's just like, the worst people in the world.
Yeah.
And every good character is the best person in the world. So-
Besides, maybe Snape.
yeah,
Snape is
like,
complicated.
that's why Snape gets so much attention, is because
Yeah.
he's the one kind of, like, you're not really sure what's going on.
Well done, Harry. Come back to the paddock anytime you want another go. There's 5 courses to fly in all.
See, like, this
And you
this
can
guy
win
is a
collector's
beautiful
card
human
on
being.
each
Yes.
of 'em.
I don't want him to change. Everything's already perfect.
Are you, you great ugly brute?
Kill him, Buckbeak. Yeah, dead!
Wow!
Killed me. You're not dying.
They're acting like he's being overdramatic, but look at that thing!
You'll be alright.
And he also just, like, walked away normally.
Madam Pomfrey can make cuts in about a second.
You can bet Malfoy will make something out of this.
Yeah, I mean, this is really dangerous.
Yeah.
Harry was very concerned about Hagrid, and with Malfoy playing up his injury, he was worried about Buckbeak too.
Where'd Hermione
Like, if
go?
you got attacked by just a normal eagle, you'd be in trouble. And that thing is like,
The eagle with the power of a horse.
right?
What's happened?
I'm just a bit tired, that's all.
We'd better
See,
get
she
up
is
to the
burnt
first
out, 'cause she's
floor.
doing, like,
We'll be late for
10
class.
classes a day,
It is amazing that her mind isn't, like, shattered.
right?
Go round by the stairs. You lead
I mean, not just from extra classes, but if I was just like, oh, time is now irrelevant.
Right?
I have broken the concept of time.
Seriously.
At age what? Like 14, 13?
13 in this
13.
game.
I think my mind would just be like, I'm done.
Now that's the Harry Potter I want to read. One where, like, Malfoy gets a redemption arc, and Hermione goes off the deep end. She gets, like, gifted child syndrome, where she's just totally burnt out by the time she's an adult.
I would legitimately like a Harry Potter book from Filch's perspective.
Filch is, like, my favorite character.
I mean, I just like, what does he do all day? What is his life?
It's probably the worst.
Ooh, looky. It's Weasel Grunt.
God, nightmare fuel.
Oh my god, your nicknames are so bad.
And he says them every time.
Don't like the look of that armor.
But, like, what about Hermione? She doesn't get a nickname.
You called him grunge, right?
Oh, I didn't.
Weasley, grunge, and Potter.
Oh, okay. Grunge. Hermione's all about those flannel shirts and like.
See, I would yes and your joke, except I'm not entirely convinced it was grunge, so I'm scared. Because if I keep saying yes, then, you know, we might just look like more of an idiot.
He's just full on racist, calls her a mudblood.
I mean, oh my gosh, he took cover!
He totally did. Dodge mechanics.
Those nicknames. Also, this is a ghost who literally brought on armor and a club to try and kill students. That is more than just mischievous.
God, I had like a really tough time when I was in middle school and high school. I can't imagine going through all that, and on top of that, some like asshole ghost just shows up to bother you and make fun of you.
And to possibly kill you, it's undecided.
Right?
Hello and welcome to Transfiguration class. One of the most advanced
Like one of the only capable adults for sure.
Yep.
To become an animagus. Animagi can transform themselves into animals and then back into people. For example,
They were very proud of this animation.
They should be. My exact reaction. Oh my god.
Well, because this is the third year they've had her, so she's done that a couple times now.
Her eyebrows just go right up.
A werewolf cannot control its transformation.
They should have had Ron ask that. Like, Hermione would know the difference between a werewolf and an animagus.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I mean,
She does
no.
nothing but
in fact,
read.
I think in the movie/book, like, Snape actually asks her that question, and she answers it.
Yeah, she's like the one that finds out that he's a werewolf, basically, because Snape is like, let's learn about werewolves.
But I think they just want Hermione to be, like, the main character in this section, because she's going to be doing the lesson, so, like, the eyebrows, her talking to McGonagall was kind of all about her.
Transformation of a small object into a rabbit.
Correct, Miss Granger. 5 house points for Gryffindor. Cast
We don't see those house points again.
Yeah, Ron didn't get any of those.
Wait a minute. Is Snape not in this game?
No, he has to be.
Oh my god, no. Don't say it so.
Snape was always, when I was a kid, I really liked him. I don't know why. Maybe it goes back to my weird hooked noses thing.
Oh no.
Press the enter key. Well done. Now,
Man, I can't believe at school I just had to learn the Krebs cycle and I didn't get to be a rabbit at all.
So,
What a ripoff.
this spell is either extremely useful or completely useless. Because they said the spell is to turn small objects into rabbits. Which would be, I think, be pretty useful. Or is it you can only turn statues of rabbits into rabbits?
In the game, you can only do it on statues.
Right? So, there's a big, like I said. I mean, I liked Hermione's challenge basically just because you got dragon cards.
Yeah.
And I freaking love dragons. And basically everything.
It's true. What's not to love about dragons?
They were just like, boom.
Nice.
I don't know, they just, like, in every, like, piece of media they're in, they're always, like, so, like powerful and scary and unpredictable. And they just always, like, pose a threat, so I like me some dragons.
There's
And
a
they're
dragon
beautiful.
in the novel I'm writing right now. But it's kind of like more of a monster that's just twisted up to look like a dragon.
No.
It's complicated. I like weird monsters. That's the lesson here. The little backup.
I mean, this thing is a little awkward to control, because it's a rabbit, but...
And it came out in 2005.
Hey, look! I love the strafing mechanics in this game. So,
You could always strafe though, right? Like, I remember in the first game you could even strafe.
I think I would remember if you could strafe as well as this. I'm, like, gliding all over the place.
I mean, probably not as well as this. The first game came out in, like, the 90s. But, you know.
So,
It's a cute bunny eating grass.
yeah, I'm just gonna choose not to think too critically about what exactly is happening when I'm causing a statue to be alive, and what happens to that sentience, and whether it can feel pain or if it's actually hungry when it feeds grass.
And before anyone is like, but rabbits aren't sentient, the word you're looking for is sapient. So that's my know-it-all moment of the day.
Okay.
Because a sentient animal is like alive and feels pain and stuff. A sapient animal is one that's like, I am alive.
Hold on. I actually remember this happens a lot. And there's like a branch you could jump on.
You missed that whole shelf of beans anyway up there, so...
No, you go back to that.
Oh.
Hold on. You can...
100% completion.
There you go.
Nice.
I've had to do that a lot.
Root jumper.
Also, it should be said that even though I'm not nostalging, hard in this game, I haven't played it in a while, and I do love this game.
It's a great one.
It's just, I don't know, I express nostalgia, I guess, a little differently, and that's fine, but...
Yeah. Like, can we just appreciate those little rabbit foot sound effects? I
yeah.
love them.
I mean, the sound design in all of this is amazing.
No, this game was like... Oh yeah, the dragons!
Heck yeah!
On the dragon statue, Miss Granger, to transform it into a living creature. Oh, brilliant! Now, listen close.
I'm always, though, like, why did they make her blonde in this game?
I never thought about that. Maybe because they just wanted it to look different compared to Harry and Ron's hairstyle. So it, like, provides a good contrast between the
That's
three.
true, because they made Harry, like, a brunette instead of having black hair.
Yeah.
So everyone just got their hair lightened up.
Click the left mouse button to make the dragon breathe fire. Once he's grabbed a fireball pick, the dragon will produce one blast of flames for each pickup.
So, I do love dragons. This is not exactly my favorite section of these games.
It's just a little baby dragon, so, you know.
Yeah, and it's because I'm a little slow. That's it. Which...
Are you saying this part's too slow?
No, not this part. But, like, further on, there's, like, a lot more flying you have to do, and it's just not the most exciting thing. What?
My brother likes remixes of music where it's, like, sped up a ton.
Okay, well, you
And
like remixes
I
of
like
music that are
remixes-
slow.
Yeah, that are slowed down a bunch, so that gives you kind of an idea of where we're at. Once you hit 25, man, life starts going by way too fast. You just want it to slow down. Oh, I always like the pattern ones.
Oh.
Yeah, pick that one up. That one's pretty.
Call me the fastest draw in the West.
He's like trying to run away.
Hermione has no mercy.
None at all. This is, the third movie is the one where she punches Malfoy, right?
Yes.
That was great. Like, in the book when I was reading that, I was like, hell yeah.
That was awesome. Like, she just, like, caught that with her leg. It was like, nope. So, I don't know. I'm just double checking because some of these secrets are actually very well hidden.
It's true, especially in this part, I remember. Not the pumpkins, Hermione. We won't survive the winter now.
Well, don't hide your small pumpkins inside your big pumpkins.
Don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, and don't hide your small pumpkins inside your big pumpkins.
That's the words I live by.
It's good advice. My personal motto is expect the best, but prepare for the worst.
My motto is, what would Batman do? And if that's not applicable, you're in the wrong situation.
It's true.
I don't know what my motto is. I'll have to think about that.
This game's got really good music, too.
Oh, yeah.
Little bird sound effects and stuff. This is such a peaceful level. Like, I remember actually spending longer in this level than I had to, just so I could enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
I also like the idea that, I'm like, oh, this section is so too slow, and I correct every single pickup you can when I'm flying. That is a weird juxtaposition or dichotomy. Which one do you think works better here? For what I'm doing.
I'd probably say juxtaposition.
Alright.
But I'm a simple man, so...
Oh, please. Your vocabulary is much better than mine.
That's only because, again, as a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends, so I just read a lot of books instead.
Get that air.
It's so cute. Like, listen to those little bunny footsteps. Aww. In the area where we live, we get a lot of wild rabbits, and they're just as cute as this, if not like 10 times more adorable. All the baby bunnies are out right now. Oh my god. I almost caused a car wreck because I was stopping for when I was running across the road, remember?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hit a baby bunny. I would rather get rear-ended.
Okay, well, this might take a little while, so...
You know, I always, like, loved rabbits as a kid. My parents were like... This was still when Hollywood Video was around, so we went to Hollywood Video, like, we'd watch a movie every Friday. And, they're like, wow, you know, you love rabbits, so we found this movie about rabbits. It's called Watership Down.
Oh, no!
You're gonna love it! Were you too young to remember that?
I rewatched it a few years ago, just because I heard so much about it. So I didn't understand it when I was young.
Yeah.
Um,
I was like, I want to say like 10 or 11. Like, the age where you could understand what's going on. It makes it horrible. God, that scene where they're all getting buried alive by construction equipment. Like, I still think about that as an adult.
yeah, like, it's like, and they get, like, stopped from leaving from, like, their own, like, bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, there was no way out. Like, oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah, do you actually know how that movie was made?
Here's the weird thing, right? So, the author of Watership Down is like, it's not like Animal Farm where it's symbolism or anything. It's literally just a story he used to tell his kids, like, before bed. So, there's, like, some serial killers running around because they got told that story every night before bed.
Huh.
Like, what the hell, man? What the hell?
Yeah.
It's
Weird.
so weird. Like, that whole movie is either about bunnies, like, tearing each other's throats out, or just trying to, like, find mates. That's the whole movie. Or being buried alive by rototillers.
Because, you know, animation, like, that takes, like, a whole team. So I'm just surprised that, like, a whole team worked on this and was like, yeah, this seems smart and right.
And I'm pretty sure that song Bright Eyes was, like, made for that movie. I might be wrong, but... Was that a... What studio animated that? I almost want to say it was, like, Hanna-Barbera. Barbera. I don't know. It's a really... Do not show your children Watership Down. Do not show your adult children Watership Down either. Just don't... Avoid it.
Yeah. I find it interesting as a piece of media. But yeah, don't show it to kids.
Like, I can watch The Devil's Rejects and I'm like, whatever, but Watership Down, I'm like, what the hell?
Well...
This is too far. Man, I just love how this all looks.
Yeah. And I also love how it feels so different compared to, the Carpe Retractum challenge.
It's
like,
true.
there's greenery, it's whiter, there's not really bottomless pits.
Look
Like,
at the light coming through the windows. When I was a kid, that was the stuff that blew my mind playing this game. I thought graphics would never get any better than this.
okay.
Yeah, you can't catch them, you gotta wait for them to land.
Yeah.
And of course, these imps replacing the gnomes of earlier times.
I mean, it definitely feels better to be killing these imps versus the, you know, gnomes from the previous game that were just kind of nice.
The gnomes were like living potatoes. Just grab them by the legs and throw them into the abyss.
Huh. I'm a little surprised that there wasn't like a shield or anything. Or like a card.
I guess not.
Okay. Man. Okay, well there's a shield right there, so they wouldn't probably put them that close together.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, if I don't get, you know, all the items in this game, my first try, then what am I even doing here?
I remember in this game too, it was like a big deal that the loading screens were so quick. God, in the first one, you'd like finish a level and then it would start like loading the next one and you'd go and do something else. Like,
that was just technology back then. I don't want to really say anything strong about that because I didn't know how much of that was this game compared to like just my computer playing a very old game. You know what I mean?
no, I mean, like, this is definitely loading it quicker than our Windows 95 did back in the day, but they were still pretty quick, I remember, as a kid.
Miss Granger.
Oh god, I hate these things.
Oh, yeah.
Will expel a foul trail of slime that you will need to avoid.
Ugh, it's repulsive.
You can cast Richter
That's
Silver
mean,
to
Hermione.
stun a
It's
bandit.
right there. It
Yeah,
can-
and it's
it can
repulsive.
hear you.
You can jump
Look,
into
why
a
does it need that many eyes?
producer to
It doesn't move.
You know, he probably thinks that Hermione's repulsive. He's like, she doesn't have any eyes at all. Just two. Jeez, gross.
Actually,
But he
I think that
doesn't
hurts
say
me.
anything because he's a gentleman.
If that thing could speak, all it would do is scream.
I felt the same way about humans. Then I came to this planet and they were using words.
Alright. I'm good to know that our training is going well. I think we will just stop the video here. It's kind of weird that it's in the middle of the lesson, but I don't want to go too long.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, see you guys in the next one.
See ya.